In today's lesson, we're going to look at finding the surface area of a cuboid. A cuboid is a box. Examples of boxes that you might find in real life, a cat food box or a cornflake box, any box that your iPhone comes in, say. Okay, lots of things come in cuboids. Each of its faces is a rectangle or a square. So the ones that we have here, we can see that there's a green rectangle, a blue rectangle, and a purple one there. But the cuboid doesn't have just three faces. Here we can see that we have a top and the bottom, so that's two faces there. And the thing about these two faces is that they are the same size, so they have the same area. The next diagram shows that we have got a left and a right hand side, okay, the two purple sides there. And the next example shows that we have a back and a front, okay. So let's say we don't have just three faces, there's actually six, two blue ones, two purple ones, and two green ones there. Okay, so if you think about our cuboid as being a box, when we're asked to find the surface area, it's like someone's asking us to find out how much cardboard we would need to make that box. Okay, now I know that when you make a box it has flaps as well, but we're not going that far. Okay, we're just finding the area of the box. So if we look at the green face here, how far along would it be that way? That's just got the same length as that bit there. It's got the same length as that bit there. Ah, right, okay, so that one's got 3 centimetres on it. Okay, and then how tall is this green face? It's got the same height as that bit there. It's got the same height as that bit over there. Now that height is 4. Okay, so if we're finding the area of the green face, we're going to do 3 times 4, because to find the area of a rectangle, you do your length times your breadth. Okay, so the green face, it's the front, isn't it? Now remember that the front and the back have got the same area, right? Okay, so we've got 3 and 4, so that's 3 times 4. That makes 12, but remember, because we're doing it for the front and the back, we can just double that. Okay, so that comes out as 24 centimetres squared for the front and the back. Remember, the back's hidden at the moment. Okay. Moving on to the purple face, this one here. Okay, we can see it's got a height of 4 there. How wide is it along here? It's got the same width as this bit, and then we keep going around, it's got the same width as that bit there. Okay, so that bit is 2 centimetres. So you can see for the purple bit now, it's got 2 along the bottom and 4 up the side. Okay, now that purple bit, I would call that one of the sides. Remember, we have got 2 sides, there's one that's hidden. Okay, so that purple bit there, 2 by 4, it's a 2 by 4 rectangle, but we've got 2 of those rectangles, one is hidden. 2 times 4 times 2. Now this question is in centimetres, so its area would be in centimetres squared, okay? Right, which one have we not done yet? We've done the green one, we've done the purple one, now we need to do the blue one. Okay, so what have we got this time? It's 3 wide and 2 along that bit. Okay, so so this would be for the top and the bottom, wouldn't it? Again, we can't see the bottom because it's hidden. Right, so for the top, we've got 3 by 2, but we're doing it for the top and the bottom, so just double it. Okay, so now we've got all the areas we need. We just add these together. Okay, so for this one here, it's got a surface area of 52 square centimetres. So if we were making a box without the flaps, we would need 52 square centimetres of cardboard to make that cuboid. Okay, here we have another example, same idea. So I'm going to look at the green face. It's 8 along the way. And how tall is it? Okay, it's got the same height as this. And it's got the same height as this bit here. So it's 5. Oh, these are in meters, these ones. Right, okay, so the green box, take these bits away now. The green box is 8 by 5, isn't it? Okay, so this is for the front, and remember the back will be the same size as well. So we are doing 8 by 5, but we have got 2 faces that are 8 by 5, so we'll do that. Front and back. Right, purple. Okay, what have we got this time for the purple? Right, nice and easy. Purple one along the way is 3, and up and down the way is 5. So 3 by 5. So what's this for? This is for the 2 sides, isn't it? Okay, remember there's a purple side hidden. So 3 times 5 for one of them. Double that for 2 of them. Green, purple, the blue one next. Okay, what's the dimensions for the blue one? We need to know this here. If we just look underneath, that bit's 8, so this bit will be 8 too. And how wide is it this way? It'll be the same width as that, same width as that one there, which is 3. So the blue one is at 8 by 3. Okay, the blue one is the top, and the bottom of the box would be the same rectangle, 8 by 3 for one of them, double that for the 2 of them. Okay, I've worked out each of those areas, and I will add them together now to get my overall area. Okay, so my overall area is 158 and it's meters squared. And I'm using meters this time because you'll see that we have 3 meters, we have 8 meters, and we have 5 meters there. Okay, so when we're doing our area, it's in meters squared. Okay, I'm going to show you a quicker way to do it now. Okay, so I'm going to pair up these two numbers together. 3 times 5. Okay, so one of the rectangles is a 3 by 5 rectangle, but remember there will be 2 of those. Okay, I'm going to pair the 5 up with the 4 this time. One of the rectangles is a 5 by 4, but there will be 2 of them that size. Which pair have I not put together yet? The 3 and the 4. Okay, so there's another rectangle, it's a 3 by 4, but there will be 2 of those. So that's a super quick way to do it if you can get your head around that. Okay, and that's what I get for each of those areas. These ones will be in centimetres squared. So if I add all of those together, we will get 94 centimetres squared. Okay, 94 centimetres squared for those. Okay, next one, I'll do this one the quick way again. So I just pair the numbers up. So 5 and 7, one of the rectangles is a 5 by 7, but remember there will be 2 rectangles of that size. Okay, for my next pairing, I'm going to pair up the 7 and the 4. Again, remember this means that one of the rectangles is a 7 by 4, but there will be 2 rectangles of that size. And what have I not paired together? I haven't paired together the 5 and the 4 this time. Okay, so pair together the 5 and the 4, and remember there will be 2 rectangles of that size, so I'm going to double. Okay, so that's the working out that I need for my faces. Okay, so that's the areas that I need, so I just need to finish this off by adding those areas together. And we get 166 square centimetres. Okay, it's very, very important when you're doing your National 4 that you use the correct units, okay? Because you can do all that nice working out up there and then lose your final mark if you don't put your correct units on. So be very, very careful of that. Okay, here's an exercise for you to do. So if you pause the video now and take your time to work these out, make sure that you start out your working out the way that I showed you. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go over the answers now. So question 1, I've noticed all the measurements are the same. Look, 5, 5 and 5. So this is a special cuboid. This is actually a cube. All the faces are going to be the same size. All the faces are going to be 5 by 5 squares rather than rectangles. A square is a special rectangle though. So if you remember from the very beginning, a cuboid or a cube has got 6 faces. So this first one is actually very easy to work out. Each face is a 5 by 5 square and there are 6 faces in total. Now if you look at number 2 has got 7, 7 and 7. Again, that's a cube. So each face is a 7 by 7 rectangle and there are 6 faces. I'm just going to have a look and see if there are any other ones that are cubes. So have you spotted any more that have got the same measurements all the way around? Number 4, 9, 9, 9, so that's a cube. Number 8, 3, 3, 3, so that one's a cube as well. So number 4 is a 9 by 9. Each face would be a 9 by 9 and there are 6 faces in total. I'll do number 8 as well. Each face would be a 3 by 3 and there are 6 faces. Okay, I remember that up the top it's telling us that all the sizes are in centimetres. Now because we were working with surface area, all our surface areas are going to be in centimetres squared. Okay, so that's the answers for those 4 there. So I've done 1, 2, 4 and 8. Okay, so I'll just keep working through the other ones now. So question number 3, we've got different measurements there. So remember, one of the rectangles is a 7 by 4 and there'll be 2 that size. One of the other rectangles will be a 7 by 2 and there will be 2 rectangles that size. What have I not paired up yet? The 4 and the 2. See how each number's now got 2 lines under it? A 4 by 2 and there'll be 2 rectangles of that size. Okay, so that's the 3 areas that I've worked out so far for number 3. I just need to add them all up now. So for number 3, I've got 100 square centimetres. Okay, on to number 5 now. A 3 by 5 rectangle, but there'll be 2 rectangles of that size. A 3 by 2 rectangle, but there will be 2 of that size. What have I not paired up yet? 5 and the 2, and there will be 2 rectangles of that size. Okay, and that's what they all add up to together. Again, remember that you need to put your centimetres squared onto your area measurements there. On to number 6. A 12 by 6, but there are 2 rectangles of that size. A 12 by 4, but there are 2 rectangles of that size. A 6 by 4, but there are 2 rectangles of that size. Okay, and that's our final answer for number 6 there. Okay, now I'm going to need to rub those out in a minute so I've got more space, so pause it if you're still looking at those ones, okay? Okay, that's what you should have got for your number 7. We've already done number 8 in a previous slide, so number 9. Okay, and that's how number 9 finishes up there. Okay, that's me halfway through my working out for number 10 there. And that's me finishing off my number 10. Now again, if you need a wee while longer to look at those, pause the video because I'm going to need to delete those so that I can do my working out for number 11 and 12 now. Okay, that's my working out my answer for number 11 there. And that's my working out my answer for number 12 as well. Okay, now we've got an extension exercise coming up. Okay, it's there if you want to extend your thinking. And this is an extension exercise. Be careful with these ones because these ones are saying calculate the surface area of these trays. Okay, so I've been calling them boxes so far, but these ones are trays. They're open at the top.